another interesting episode of Inside Out, and this week we have a topic that I think would be food for thought. I usually do a lot of youth seminars, inspirational talks and stuff like that, and somebody asked me the question, should I go with my passion, which everybody believes would not take me anywhere, or should I just follow money? And then there was a young man who actually works in a bank who said he wasn't happy, but he was making good money, and then was asking me, should he resign? Because right now he's the breadwinner of his family. Should he resign to follow his passion, or should he stay with the money even though he's not happy? Okay, I have a panel that I'm hoping will be able to answer this question and provide some more answers, because this keeps coming up every time I talk to youths. They keep asking this particular question: passion or money? My parents want me to do this, but I love doing this. They don't believe this will take care of my future. So what should I do? I thought, okay, let's bring it out here. Let's have a panel discuss this. Let's have our audience contribute, and let us find out the topic: passion or money. You're welcome once again to Inside Out. And I'm going to start my introductions from my right this time, which would be your left. Please help me welcome Mr. Munis Oladipupo. He studied sports science, and you're now a creative director of Nigerian Makeup Show. You're welcome.
Show. Thank you.
Next to him is the only lady on the panel. She's Miss Buki Akiniroyin. You're welcome to Inside Out. She's into events management, and next to her is Dr. Williams Chukwu. And Mr. Felix Oluwaseun Ebota. He is the MD E600 Foods International. You're welcome to Inside Out. Okay, I think this is very important because this is an issue that keeps coming up again and again and again. Let me start with you. You're a medical doctor by profession.
Yes.
Do you practice?
Yes, I'm doing my internship right now.
You're doing your internship right now. Okay. What is your passion?
Well, that question is a little bit on the gray area. It's not rigid or cut edges. I love medicine, but I also love music. I love doing music. I do music on the side.
You love music?
Yes, I love music.
What's the relationship between music and medicine?
That's
so far removed. One is down here, one is the other way.
That's the whole idea. A lot of people wonder when I tell them, when they see me on TV doing music, or when they see me at shows doing music.
You sing?
So they wonder, yes, I do.
You're a singing doctor. Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
So, wait, forgive me. You know, I'm one of those people who believes, you mean you spend 6 years in school to go and be singing?
Come on. I still do both of them. I mix it. You know?
Mix it?
Yeah.
How did you find time for music in between looking at human skulls and dead bodies and all that?
My sister, is not easy at all, but
that's why I said it's like you are in Kafanchan and China at the same time.
Oh, come on, that's why they invented the airplane, so you can fly in both places under 6 hours.
Okay. So, do you have any albums out?
No, one is coming out very soon. I have some singles.
What do you do? You rap?
Me, I sing. I
sing
and I rap. Yeah.
Do you, if we ask you to just do us a short verse, would you? No, I can't imagine a singing doctor. He doesn't even look like a doctor, sir. You know? Yes. You agree with me? Yes. Doctors are very doctor, you know?
Yeah, maybe I should have come to the show with my stethoscope, you know. Probably with my fig and my plinth and the whole gadget, you know.
No, the two things you're mentioning are so far removed from each other that it just seems a bit incredible.
Yes, it's true. And really, doing both things have proved challenging, you know, even in the workplace. You know, people kind of tend to think you're unserious in the medical line because you're singing, or the people
What do your fellow doctors tell you?
Well, they tend to see me as a bit unserious. But when it comes to result, I believe my results, my output is the same with them.
Okay. If you had a choice, if somebody came up to you now and said to you, Williams, if you were to, I want to help you further one, should I open a hospital for you or should I open a recording studio for you? What would you choose?
Just like that?
Yes.
I'll choose the music.
Okay, if you now look at society, the school fees, the 6 years, your father and your mother, the swatting,
you know now.
Which one will you choose?
I think finally I'll stick to the medicine after.
So the medicine will be a consideration you will come to when you consider everything else.
Everything, yeah.
Why won't you consider music when you have thought about everything else?
Well, medicine, let's say I've gotten to a stage in medicine in which I can be sure, I'm sure of my future there. I can only grow. But music, music is something that's very, very capital intensive, you know. If I drop out from medicine now, I might not have the capital to pursue the music, you know. When you're doing things, you do things with wisdom and knowledge, you know, when you're pursuing things. Music is very, very capital. Nigerian music industry has evolved to a stage right now that is very, very capital intensive.
No, but if you have talent, you would find the people who have the capital, won't you?
Well, this is Nigeria. The capitals are not easily released. I can count the record labels in this country, and there are so many artists jostling for positions in those labels. So,
okay, when it comes to money, when you want to consider with a straight thinking head what you want to do with your life, it will be medicine. Then if you want to just be a Bontrowe, then you just consider music. That's what you are saying.
I think that about summarizes it.
Okay.
Even though not perfectly, but...
Well, gives us a rough idea, you know,
yes.
of what your thoughts are on the issue.
Yes.
All right, I'm with you in the spirit. Let me talk to you, Buki. What is your area of speciality?
Professionally, I'm into marketing communications.
That means what?
That means advertising, branding, you know, the below the line and the above the line part of advertising.
Okay.
TV commercials, all those things.
Okay. Is that what you studied?
Yeah, that was what I studied.
Okay. And that is what you're working at now?
Yes, that's where I'm still
When you started out, was that where you knew you wanted to be?
Well, when I started out, actually, you know, my parents wanted me to study law as a profession, but fortunately and unfortunately for both of us, JAMB in Nigeria, so I had to
jammed you too.
Yeah, so I had to go to a private university where I couldn't study law. Even the promise was that, by my second year, they would have started law. So to them, they felt, well, she will still study law. But fortunately for my own passion, I was able to follow through my profession,
So you like what you studied now?
Yeah, I like it because eventually it's helping my passion, which is event management.
Your passion is event management?
Yes.
And that's what you're doing now?
Yes.
And so the course that you studied is helping that passion?
Yes.
Okay, let me talk to you, Munis. What is your area of specialization?
Well, I think I have to start from the educational background.
Yeah.
My first degree, I read sports science, known as...
You read?
Sports science.
Sports science. Oh, sports science. Okay.
Known as physical health education. Then after my my first degree, I went back for my MBA, Masters. So right now, I'm a makeup artist.
Did anybody notice that I didn't close my mouth? You did a first degree in PE.
Yeah.
Sports science.
Yeah.
You went back, you did an MBA.
Yeah.
And then now you are what?
A makeup artist.
Even me, I would flog you if you were my child. No, excuse me?
Yeah.
Why did you... Okay, tell me.
Okay,
no, you have to tell me. I don't even know what to ask you.
No problem. I think the whole makeup thing started from my childhood, or let me say adolescence. Far back in secondary school when I was in my GS2, I could remember very well when our fine arts teacher, he asked us that everybody should draw what they want to become in future. So after collecting all the drawing books together, the fine art teacher, Mr. Kuti, that time, he had to pick two away from about
The rest.
You understand? You know, everybody were drawing cars, buildings, blah blah blah, and my own was very different. I drew a face. You know, having makeup set, you know, I don't know much about makeup during that period, but I do something like palettes, you know, all those stuff with eyebrow, you know, just drawing a beautiful head like that. Then I put my stuff, Ladi Cosmetics beauty product.
And you were in what at that time?
I think I was in GS2.
Really?
I was in GS2. So the man was like, what's the problem? I'm expecting you to draw something like others. Everybody were drawing buildings, cars, you know. Probably,
you want to be engineers.
Exactly,
and
but my own was just far
architect.
different from then. The other guy was more of the cooking thing. You draw a fat woman, you understand, selling food like that. And the man was like, why do I say I love this stuff? And I didn't really put it in mind that it's still going to be what I'll do in future. But personally, I love creative things. I love working with my fingers. And that was how all the old things
But
started.
if you knew
Yeah.
that early in life that you were interested in makeup from your own drawing, why didn't you just pursue it?
Orientation goes a long way, you understand? My parents, they don't see it that way. Personally, I don't see it that way, but it's what I love. It was at the latter period when I was in the university. That was when I discovered that, oh, I love makeup thing, you understand? Back because I sing, I dance, I do so many things then in church and outside school that time. So
when you were in secondary school,
Yeah.
did you used to paint people's faces or do anything?
Yes, we used to have a cultural group. I belonged to a dramatic club like that. So, majorly, I happen to be the person that always lead the choral, as in the song. Then the painting thing, I always be the one that always do that back stage. But I don't really put that in mind that at the end of exactly at all. It was more like, oh, I like it. But after school, after service year, I look at, oh, what can I do? Of course, you do the normal thing now. You carry your CV everywhere, trying to see where you can get job and all that. I was doing all that, and I discovered that the kind of job I really wanted to have in terms of money, I wasn't getting that. So I had to come up with, I love this, I've been doing this. Let me go back to you, because I went to Modella to get the basic of makeup. But then it was more like the makeup thing has been in me. You understand? So
that is
really
your natural talent.
Natural talent, and that
you
was
didn't have to go to school
exactly.
for.
I didn't
So
really
do
go
you sit down and ask yourself, why did you spend 4 years plus? How many years of MBA?
Well, I think, at times when you do something, education really counts a lot. It will really give you stands and that hype and the level you are thinking you want to really get to. Because without education, I'm telling you, you might not be able to achieve that thing. You could be working, doing your passion thing, but you still have to do all this things to really, really package you
to package
exactly. So school for me is more like a base, you understand, just to package,
like a launching pad to get you to where you really want to
get to.
Okay, so my question then becomes, now that you have done the school thing and gone through that, and then even added Jaraf, some of us don't have MBA. Then you went and you did an MBA, and then you're now doing makeup.
Yeah,
and you're doing the makeup show, makeover show.
Yeah.
What do your parents now say?
Well, for my mom, she doesn't really have a problem with that. I have to be sincere. My mom, she's that type that, oh, if you love what you are doing, do it with all your heart, with prayers, you get there. But for the other one, my father is not like, no, you can't spend all money and all that, and this is what you want to do. Moreover, you're a guy. Guys should
you go and be painting
people's face and all that. But when my father, I think, of course, he's not in town. When some of my cousins traveled, they took some of the interviews like that I did. They took it abroad, and he saw his son, cover page, smiling like that. Then they asked, oh, this is good. Okay, continue. Okay.
So your success has sort of like brought you approval finally, or it's still bringing you?
When you want to talk about success, well, I think it's a mother thing. It's more like that big umbrella. In terms of capital, definitely I won't say I'm really fulfilled. I'm still on that train. But you loving what you do goes a long way. And I'm perfectly okay with what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay, you would notice I left you for last because I needed to understand what your background and what your story is. And I saw you're actually wearing the E600 Foods International t-shirt. So I assume that you have something to do with cooking or food. Okay, do you want to run us through what your own background is?
Well, I'm a graduate of Business Administration, University of Lagos. But now I'm a caterer, basically into small chops and cocktail drinks. I started about 3 years ago, though the passion has been there a very long time, since when I was young, because my dad retired as a caterer. I went to university, studied business admin. After that, most of the parties my friends and I want to organize, I'm always in charge
of the
the cooking, the food, the small chops aspect. So it's been there. It was later I found that this is what my father has been doing a very long time. And this thing has been like packaged now. A lot of people are doing it even for parties. Why don't I go into it since the passion has been there right from time? So that was how I started. And today, we are okay. I'm okay. The property my dad cannot get, I've been able to do that.
From doing this business?
Yes, please.
Oh, that is good.
And as young as the organization is, I have 23 staff now.
Wow.
That even as I speak with you today, we have 11 events. That we are doing, yes.
11?
11 events as I speak with you.
There's money in food though. I should come and learn for
And we work for banks, work for corporate organizations, even British Embassy, they are one of our clients. So I would say it's better you follow your passion. Your passion will definitely earn you money.
You know, this is what I always say to people. Your passion is something that by the time you actually say you want to do it, everybody around you will agree and say, we know. You have been showing the signs for a long time to come. The people who are close to you, the people who are familiar with you, would not find it surprising because they would have seen it long before that. Everything else you have done would have shown that is where you're going. The music that you say is your passion, is it something that you know that you have a natural talent for?
Of course, since I've been growing up, everybody knows me as a musician. They know I do medicine, but they also know me as a musician. You know, the reason why I was into medicine in the first place is because my dad wanted me to do the medicine. Just like in our case, my dad wanted to be a doctor, but he couldn't be. So by the time I graduated from secondary school, I was the best in my secondary school. It was like, yes, my son, you're going to do that thing I did not do. Understand? So that's how I found myself in medicine. But right from time, everybody knew I had this music flair and that. Even in schools, even in the hospital I work now, they call me by that, my music name.
What's your music name?
They call me Raptor.
Dr. Raptor.
I'm telling you. You know, which is coined from rap and doctor. You know, they just put the rap and remove the doc and put the toy and stuff.
Oh, that is interesting.
Yes.
Dr. Raptor.
So, but in anything you do, you have to have an educational, a firm, solid educational background to do this racketing, packeting, and marketing I'm talking about of your talent. You have to have a firm educational background. And this educational background, you need to work, or if you are lucky, you have someone that will sponsor you, no problem, go ahead with your passion. But people like us we are from a family in which we are so self-dependent, we don't care about outsiders.
Can you really honestly say that this is your passion? And yet you do not believe that it can get you the same amount of money or recognition as being a doctor?
It will get me much more money and recognition than being a doctor. But the fact now is that when I talk of society, I'm talking about the immediate parents and the immediate relatives around. They will see it. They will be more happier when they see you doing that medical stuff.
For him to have gotten to the stage where now he's on the covers of a newspaper and everything, his father didn't agree with that. So what you have actually decided to do is to go with the money and not with the passion.
Well, let me correct that impression. I have songs on air, I have videos on TV. What I've decided to do is to tackle both bulls, take both bulls by the horns. That's what I've personally decided to do, because
So
in
you're
medicine,
practicing medical doctor, and yet you're an active artist.
yes,
And you can run both concurrently
of course,
together.
I'm doing it.
And you're doing it right now.
Yes.
Oh, kudos to you then. If you leave one in favor of the other, then can you really say that that is a passion? That's what I was asking. And will your passion always, or is there a passion that you can have that will not make you money? Let me ask you that, Eunice.
Okay, I think I started my makeup thing with little or no money. I have to be sincere. I started with maybe 250 naira, and I did that with my mom. Before then, as I said, far back in school, I'm always at the backstage, you know, assisting, supporting, doing one touch up or the other for we crew. As I said, I sing, I dance too. So during that period, I always do that. And of course, my friends always tell me, you do this better, you can, why don't you go into, I say, makeup? No, my father will kill me. Why would I go into makeup? First and foremost, because people believe makeup thing is more of a female thing.
Yes.
That is the basics. So, but I discovered so far that any female thing a guy is doing, they do it better. And any male thing female is into, definitely they are wonderful too when they are executing their stuff. So I look at the whole thing and I discovered that, yes, this is what I love. And I told my mom, nobody gave me money for it anyway. I started, I think, with 200 naira, I bought some things, I bought powder, I bought the Sweet 16 that time, and I'll use it. So my friend said, this is okay, because I modeled too before. So I think that was what really helped me to really boot out well. Because backstage, you know, when they are doing stuff, probably they have a makeup artist, and some of them, I don't like this thing, it's too thick. I'll be doing.
So you always offer yourself.
Exactly like that. So my own job of makeup was more like a free thing.
You do it because you love to do it.
You have to render a free care thing first. Then from the work you've done so far, will be what will project you up. Then if that thing is really your passion, in my own case, of course, I sleep makeup, I eat makeup, I drink makeup, I do everything makeup. So it's so it's not like, okay, since I love doing this, I'm not going to stop. Though I work sideways, but all the work I was doing sideways that time was more like in beauty thing. You know,
it was all related to what your passion was.
My passion, and at the end of the whole thing, and I said, oh, let me just come up with something that will, in the monetary aspect, let me come up with something that will be different. I don't want to be like the regular makeup artist that will be waiting for this person to give you this money or that money. You understand? That was when I had to discuss with a friend of mine who was a lawyer. We had to sit together. I said, you have to register your name, you have to do this, you have to do that. And that was that. Of course, during that period, people always call me. And we got your number from this person. I was told you make up well, you come and do this. You know, definitely, because you are still battling. You want people to appreciate your work first before you talk about money. So by the time people will now see it yourself, you now start giving big. People like Tara, Modella, Mechida, all those stuff, they've given free service.
Is it possible for your passion not to make you money? Or how has your passion helped you make money or otherwise? But hold, I need to take a break. When I come back from the break, Buki, I'll be talking to you on this issue. Let's take a break, please. You're welcome back. We're still talking passion or money. And before we went on the break, Buki, I was talking to you. I said, how did your passion work for you in terms of getting your profession? 3
months after I graduated, before I even went for service, I got a text message, you know, that I should come for an interview, blah, blah, blah. I went for the interview. It was for Samsung Electronics. Then they said, okay, I passed the interview. I did very well. So I got a job with them. I had to head the new Samsung showroom. They opened a new showroom then. Fine, the pay was coming in. I was meeting people. Everything, as in, it
seemed like a good job.
Yeah, it's a good job.
To anybody else, it would be a fantastic job.
Yes, but I just thought about it. There's something missing. I'll continue to fool myself if I continue to toe this line. Because I wasn't enjoying, I was only forcing myself to enjoy it. I got another job immediately, almost immediately. That I'm doing sideways, but you know, my boss is someone, as in, the one I'm working sideways now is someone who understands, So, and it doesn't clash with
as long as it doesn't clash with the office work.
Yes, with the office work. And it's more of the same thing, brand activations. We're into brand activations, which is more of trade shows and experiential marketing. I was having events, I was hosting them, but people in my area, they felt like this girl is not working and she's still maintaining such luxury. Is it that she had embezzled money at Samsung?
Okay, nobody knew what you were doing because you were not waking up every morning to go to work. Okay.
And then,
But isn't that a good way to live? You work at your own time, like you work weekends most of the time, and the dough is rolling it more than the people who work from 6 o'clock in the morning to 10 p.m.
The thing is that most people want money now. That is just the problem.
Yes.
So if you ask anybody, what do you want, they will tell you money. What do you want? Money.
They said money solves all problems.
Yes, but they are making a mistake. The mistake is that if you identify your passion will definitely bring that money you are looking for. And that is what I'm enjoying now. You understand? Like most of my friends that I do this thing for, now they can't really reach me directly for me to do it for them anymore. They have to go through my company, make the bookings before they can get it done. So that is my passion. And if you want money now, you will not be able to even see your passion. You'll be blind. Because what you are looking for now is money, money, money. What you are talking about is money. If you dream, it's money. If you do, you'll not be able to even dream to recognize your passion. So to me, I believe if you can really take your time.
Some people don't even know how to recognize their passion. How do you recognize your passion?
Like when I was doing this thing, what I beg for then, before now, is just give me money for the material, not my profit or whatever. I just want to do it. I want to see myself do it. And
that is when you were saying to somebody who wanted to give you a job when you were starting.
And no, as in my friends, if they want to organize any party or whatever, I'll just tell them, just give me money for the material.
Yes.
This is what I'll buy. This is the spring onion, this is the cost. The sweet corn, this is the cost. The whatever, just give me 200 naira for transportation. Do I do it in your house or in my house? Let me deliver it and people will be eating it and I'll be looking at people's face. The smile alone.
Then okay. That is, are you serious?
It's okay. It's okay for me.
So when you were doing it, it was not to make money.
It was
the
not
satisfaction is knowing that you did it well.
Yes.
That people actually liked it.
Yes, I was doing it because I was enjoying doing it.
Yeah.
And I got the first job from a friend. The first job I got from an outsider happened to be a 1,800 naira job. So I trekked from my house. I stay on the island. I trekked to Dolphin Estate to pick up a deposit of 1,500 naira.
Wow.
Because I must use money to do it. I did it. It was okay. The person worked with Access Bank. She now invited me with HR, Human Resources. They now invited me to bring a sample. In fact, when I was going for the meeting, I also trekked to to Access Bank. I have a friend that works with Skybank. Then from Oyinjela, I went to Skybank to see if I would see the guy so I can get money to go back. He was not in the office. I have to trek back again.
Wow.
So when they asked me that the job was okay, when they asked me to bring the sample, I went to my elder brother. He gave me 5,000 naira to do the sample. I did the sample. They enjoyed it. They said, okay, it's good. Do it for us. This is what we want. Do it with your money being the first time.
Wow.
I told them, normally, this is food. You have to give us deposit for we to do. They said, okay, no problem. Just come and pick up the deposit. So I went. They gave me a deposit of 50,000 naira. And the first thing I did was just to go and eat somewhere that that is like, this is the beginning and my passion is
now
really,
earning you money.
Yes. And as I speak with you now, I work with 9 different banks almost every day. And in fact, today, I'm working for Access Bank and GTB, as I speak with you. And we have 7 weddings we are doing. We're even working for Dowen College in Lekki Phase 1, as I speak with you now. Once I leave this place, I'm going for an event. When I was called, I was in an event in Lekki Phase 1. So it's like that. Your passion, if you can take your time, look at it very well, forget about the money first. In fact, again, today, the balance, not the deposit, not the major money, the balance we'll be taking today is close to $500,000 from our clients. You understand? So you can see now that the passion can bring the money.
Yeah.
If you earn up to $500,000, if you walk up to $500,000 a day, then what are you looking for? Which kind of money are you looking for again? Yeah. So your passion can earn you money.
Yeah.
Your passion is something that you do each time, and even when you do it, understand, you gain joy. Just like he said here, you are just happy seeing the smile on people's faces when you're delivering that stuff. Because I can honestly tell you that thus far I've not made any money from music, but I'm still doing it. I've invested a lot, I've not made any, but I'm still doing it because I love it. It's something I love. Your passion is something you love doing anytime, and something that can give you joy. You know, back then I remember if I get depressed, all I need to do is go outside by myself somewhere, start singing to myself. I'm happy, you know, just like that, you know. So that's how you identify your passion. It's not really very hard to identify your passion. Just find out that thing you know you can do and do well, and still that thing gives you joy whenever you do it. That is your passion. That is your talent.
Okay. There are some people who are multi-talented, for instance.
Yes, like for instance, I can use. Let me use myself as an example. When I was growing up, you know, I was into engineering, you know, basic repairs.
You could take apart things.
Yes, I could take apart things.
Really?
And I could couple them back. You know, my mom too, you know, she had this passion for fashion. She was designing bridal wears. So from there, I took up fashion. Like my outfit now, I made it myself.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You sold what you're wearing?
Yes.
You have not discovered your true passion.
So, and then, you know, the event thing was there, you know, while she takes care of the bridal wears, you know, our own job is just to take snapshots of the bride. But she will still look around for the arrangement, all those things, to make sure everything is intact. So, you know, we went with her, we always follow suit, like, okay, let's arrange the chairs well, let's do this decor well. So, you know, but along the line, I had to see fit, like, which one really interests me out of all these things.
So what you did in your own case is to look at the one that gives you a lot more pleasure. Yes. And a lot more satisfaction.
Yes.
And you like the paparazzi, as you put it, that follows the buzz that follows an event that you have planned. Yes. And the pride that you get from that. So you chose that ahead of the other one. Yes. Okay, we're learning. Now let me ask you the same thing.
The whole thing started from secondary school level. When everybody were drawing, my own drawing was different from others. And being, you know, I didn't go to a co-educational school as a middle school. I went to normal boys only school. So my final teacher was like, how is your own different from others? You understand? Definitely. So that part, when I now that was what made me to discover that. You understand? I picked this one because this is the one I feel gives me joy. Why? Because when I do it, I want to let me compare now. This is a professional person that handles makeup. You understand? Yeah. Then I wasn't a professional. Yeah. You get it? Yeah. And when they want to compare You understand? After doing their so this one is better, and you just see someone, they will rush back into the restroom, they wash their face, they come and do my makeup for me. So when I did,
so that was something that you realized
exactly,
naturally.
it was just a natural thing. So when I discovered that people prefer this, I can remember the first time I went for first Miss Tourism in Nigeria. They have a makeup artist that she says she's the makeup artist, she's coming to brand, blah blah blah, no problem. But I went there on my own, I said, me, I need money, oh. Just give me a little money, I'll do something for you. You understand? And all of them went to that other makeup artist. I'm sorry to say it, but that was what happened. So I made up for just one of the contestants, and they were about 30 or 32, if I'm right. I made up for just one of them. After the makeup, the girl was like, I now told her, walk into that crowd. Once you walk into that, because I know what I've done. When all of them saw it, they ran back. About heads were not lying. Don't worry, like you take this. I want to take and that was now the whole thing, just, started. As I said, if you call something passion that you love and others don't love it, you have problem in making money.
Yeah.
So others must really appreciate it before that money start coming in. And that is, even in bridal, you do this job for this person, we'll call, we love your makeup, please, we want to, any amount, come to Abuja, we'll pay for this, we'll pay for that, and just like that.
Let's take a break. You're welcome back. We're still talking about passion or money.
In the area of passion, you need first and foremost to render free services. Like Fela drew to it. He was able to convert his talking. He had the ability, as in the gift of talking for longer hours, but he now converted it to something that derived him pleasure, which is now fetching him money. But if you want to look at it from the initial stage, they started with free services. They started maybe while they were in school. They started motivating people, started making people to laugh. But nowadays, the youth of nowadays, they so much get carried away with the area of trade because they want to make money, they want to make name for themselves. There's a saying that also says that no glory without story. That was why our chief executive of E-Foods Limited said he started trekking. You don't need to laugh at him. He has to start from somewhere first. Even as you today, you should have it at the back of our mind. If you want to get to a glorious end, you should start from somewhere.
Money cannot get you everything in life. Money cannot get you passion. But passion can get you money. Since the passion can get you money, you can use the money to get some things that the money can get. So, passion, to me, is bigger than money.
You want to add to that?
Sometimes you really need money to achieve your passion. So you have to play it wisely and ask for God's guidance in whatever you do.
Well, I would like to add just more like a comment to what he's saying. If you really want to blow up, well, I think that is when you can now say monetary aspect is more important. You understand? Because there is no how, as you are growing, definitely the passion is giving you money, but then by the time you want to, just like myself, I want to have my makeup brand, I want to have my studio, I want to have a makeup reality, I want to have, all this thing is all about money. You understand? So, but what you do would make people to find interest in what you are doing, and
so what you do will make a way for you.
A way for you to get there.
So what it then means that your passion would actually create
that avenue for money to come in.
I must say it is good for one to pursue his passion, but it is also good to complement it with money, and especially when there is need for money. In our part of the world, there is ever need for money. And your stories, from what you said, it's just because of the nature of your passion that it got to the extent it's going now. If somebody has passion for fixing wrist watches and studied banking and financing in the university, and he was offered a job of 300,000 a month in the bank, the person will refuse it and choose to fix watch in this country that there is no one that will be giving him. and you tell me his passion, at the end of the day, he will go home and tell his family that passion is all over him. I think in this case, money should come first, because when you have the money, you can use it to implement your passion.
I'd like to come in here. I think probably the person should go back and make his or her research well. Exactly. When you make your research well, I'm telling you, at least from experience, I've seen people that through passion, they are there. Please note that. When I wanted to do my TV promo last year, I knew what I faced. Why will I get 300,000, $500 million, all those stuff to run an advert on TV station? You get it? What I did during my time was to render my service for some of the TV stations. I did that. Oh, I'm a makeup artist. This is what I do. Okay, we love this. This is the part. We have a newscaster and all that. Okay, since I don't have this money, I'll give my service. And I gave my service, and they were able to project that stuff. If you are working in bank, you are still going back. That money you've made so far, you are still going to spend it on that thing, because then they will not listen to you, because they want to believe you have all the money to spend into that thing. So it is better for you to make the sacrifice now before then. No. That's it.
Let me reinforce what he just said, and let me just break it down in a very simple way. You said that someone cannot make money repairing wristwatches, right? I have a friend. She works at, it's actually a lady. She works at Polo in VI. And Polo makes one of the most expensive wristwatches in the world. And do you know what she does for a living? She's a watch repairer. She drives a Toyota Camry, and I'm still saving to buy a Kia Rio.
There are some of my friends. If I call them, what they will tell me is, will it bring out money? Show my yo. You understand? So there are some people that are just after money. We are going to that place, will it bring out money? We are going to this place, will it bring out money? That wristwatch can earn you money. You understand? You just sit down, think about it, think about your passion. It will bring out that money. There are so many people that works in the bank. They earn over that 300,000 you are talking about, but they are not happy. You understand? And they are not happy. But your passion, if you do it, you will be happy, even if nothing comes out of it. So your passion still remains the best.
Okay.
Some people prefer money to name, while some prefer name to money. But I discovered also that in most cases, those who like making name through money end up being hooligans. But in most cases, check those who make money through name. They are responsible. So I want to say that making name is all about going for passion and going for it as it's supposed to be. And there is no how somebody will achieve his passion on earth without passing through perseverances, which emanates from sufferings and persecutions here and there. I still want to believe that there is no passion, which has to do with talents also, that cannot give money. It will only take time. I want to say that it will be good also, at least those of us that have been enlightened, let us try to see how we can guide those around us.
Another thing is orientation. Where you come from, there we are born into the church that don't do this. No, I don't want to mention the name. And that kind of a church, there's no opportunity for you to be exposed to mix up with people. Until when I was in school, I said, no, this one no fits me. I have to live there. And started singing, going for party. I have band, we'll go together, go and sing for party free of charge. And there was one of my friend wedding. She said I would take over the singing. And when we sang, everyone were running, they were coming. After they said they thought it was they were playing CD, that they didn't know I was the one singing. So I like singing and I like talking. So I'm actually going to do the two together. But there is need for money.
I'd like to say a very big thank you to all of you. You'll be a source of inspiration to many people who would watch this and who need to take away something. There are a lot of youths who do not know this is an issue for them. I hear it all the time. These are questions that are constantly asked that you have answered. So I'm going to say a very big thank you to you, all of you on the panel, for taking out the time to come to talk to us about this. Until next week, when we come again talking about something else equally as interesting, bye-bye and see you next week. Thank you very much.